All right, guys, this is a new unit, Unit 4, cell cycle and cell division, also known as mitosis. Now, before we talk about cell size, we have to answer the question, why do cells need to divide? Why can't they just keep getting bigger and bigger? So this first lesson is about the limits to cell size. So there's the problem of size number one, and that's efficiency. So food, oxygen, and water and waste all need to be moved in and out of the cell through the cell membrane. And the larger the cell becomes, the less efficient it is at moving these substances. So you can imagine if something needs to get to the nucleus and it enters from the cell membrane, if it was a really big cell, it would have a really far way to go to get to the nucleus. And that brings us to problem number two. It's basically an extension of that efficiency concept, surface area to volume ratio. So as a cell increases in size, the volume, or the inside, the cytoplasm, increases much faster than the surface area, or the membrane. So remember, everything is transported in and out of the cell through the cell membrane. So if the inside increases faster than the membrane can increase, then that results in efficiency loss. And again, we won't have enough membrane to get stuff in and out. And once things are in the cell, it'll be really hard to find where they're supposed to go because the inside, or the volume, has increased so much. So this puts pressure on the cell and will result in the cell bursting, which is called cytolysis. And finally, the problem of size number three is DNA overload. So larger cells will demand that more proteins be produced because they need to take care of more things. But remember, each cell only has one copy of its DNA. And the DNA is the instructions for making proteins. So if there's only one copy of DNA, which are the instructions to make proteins, but we need a lot more proteins because we're too big, then the DNA is going to be overloaded, and it won't be able to keep up with protein production. So there you have it. How does cell division solve all three problems? Basically, by keeping cells small, we keep the efficiency of nutrient import, waste export by keeping a large surface area to volume ratio. That means there's plenty of membrane to a small volume, so things can go in and out of the cell and find their destination. And we keep the DNA happy by not overloading it with protein requests. All right, guys, that's it for today. Make sure you turn in your fill in the blank notes for points.